Okay, are we good? Are we good? Are we breathing normally?
Okay, we're breathing, we're breathing,
We're
we're living, we're loving.
Inhale and exhale. That is Nico. Love, love, love.
Exactly. Alright, so hello, we are here at the Manila International Book Fair with Nico Totorella.
Nico Totorella, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello. And everyone in between.
Yeah.
I love that, in between. And yeah, so we're very excited because this is like, you know, we can't believe that you're actually here in Manila.
Yeah.
To have a book signing of All of It Is You.
That's it.
And you know, we were wondering, you know, was this your idea? Or did somebody have the idea and said, Nico, would you like to do poetry?
No. Let's not be ridiculous.
Yeah.
That never happens in my world. I've been writing poetry for a little bit now.
Yeah.
I mean, since I was a kid, obviously. And then it turned into music, and with the podcast, I was writing a lot of like longer prose with the different guests that I had come on. And I knew that there was going to be a book after the podcast. That being said, the book that I'm writing right now was actually the book that I had initially thought was going to come first. But this opportunity came to me for the poetry book before the book that I was actually intended to write. So it was a 2-book deal, and they were like, let's do the poetry book first. You can't say no to a poetry book, right?
Right.
So you're not wrong in the question, but the content and everything, the way it was put together, it's all original. Yeah.
Was there ever like a specific poem that, you know, like your editors were like,
Oh, there were some that were pulled.
oh really?
Yes, of course.
Because they found it
Juicy.
yeah.
There were some that were too much, you know?
Are you planning to release
Will
it
we
somewhere?
ever
Yes.
hear those poems?
There'll be more.
There'll be
There'll
more.
always be more. I wrote poems for each continent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they wound up being like a little problematic because I hadn't visited each continent yet.
Okay.
So it was like a little... That's not all what I'm talking about,
Okay.
but I'm giving you the PC version.
Yeah.
You know, there were some that just were a little like stereotypical, but I still think that they were really great. But the last thing I wanted was one poem to be in the book to like ruin everything else, you know? Like the one culturally inappropriate sentence that was like, oh, okay, the whole book is shit.
You've been in Manila for a few days now.
Since Wednesday, yeah.
Since Wednesday, before Ombong. And how has it been? What's been the highlight of your stay in Manila so far?
Oh, wow. Everything's been really great. I played a little impromptu show. I was supposed to go to Cebu for 2 days, but because of the storm, I played a little impromptu show at the Manila House, which was really fantastic. And there was a great group of people that came, and we wound up sitting at the Manila House and having dinner after the show till about midnight, talking about gender and sexuality and things that aren't usually discussed here in the Philippines, especially older generations, you know, the like elites of the Philippines. I was like, just, you know, like, yo, let's talk, what's going on? And it was one of those moments that I was like, oh wow, the work is so much more important than I even realized. Because if I'm able to sit here and have this conversation, it's going to spread from these people to more people to more people to more people. People that like would never have this conversation in the first place, right? It's not my normal core target audience, right? Conservative, older, you know, I mean, politically charged people, right? And it was just one of those moments that I was like, it's working. Something is working.
You're doing something
in a way
right.
that's even bigger than what I had set out or imagined.
And you know, you had your book title tattooed on you, right?
I did,
it's right there.
Oh.
And you know, in a
This
way,
is the next book.
Oh yeah, you just posted on Instagram.
This is the next book.
and you know, like in a very strange, you know, like you also play a tattoo artist,
Right.
and you have a lot of tattoos.
I do.
And
I have a new tattoo show coming out on MTV in October. Me and Snooki.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Get ready.
So, you know, like, you know, a lot of people feel that, you know, tattoos are also a form of poetry.
Of course.
Sometimes it's, you know, an image, sometimes it's words.
I think everything is a form of poetry. The way that, like, we are poetry. I open a lot of shows with this idea, like, am I more of a poet than you are because I have a book of poetry? Am I more of a performer than you are because I'm on the stage and you're watching? And my answer is no, absolutely not. Like, this book is about the collapsing of binaries and divisions, way beyond the male and female, masculine, feminines of the world. It's about poet, reader, you know? It's like, let's break down all those walls. I am you, you are me, and we are it. And that's the whole point of this book, is that anything's possible.
And do you remember your first poem ever that you wrote?
Wow.
Like, could you tell us something about it?
I
Or
wrote
maybe
you-
just like the feeling.
I wrote you a letter in the 2nd grade. You let my love fall and it faded away. You said you didn't care. I even wrote there was love in the air. All I remember is that goosebumps letter. That was our past and this is our future. I need you like the rhythm needs its harmony. I need you like the harmony needs its melody. So this is what I said, and this is what I meant, and this is what I wrote in this letter I sent. Roses are red, violets are blue, honey is sweet, and so are you. This is the start of something new. Let me remind you what I've been through.
Wow.
Wow,
Well,
you
so you do
remember it.
remember it.
I was probably in 5th grade.
Oh my goodness.
Nico Totorella. We really love this fellow. You inspire us to do
Well, you know, I taught at the British School of, not taught, but I spoke at the British School of Manila, which was probably my other highlight. That actually was the highlight of this trip so far. Because I didn't really know what I was planning on doing there, right? But I walk in and there's like all of these chairs and a microphone. It's like, oh, you have a speech prepared, right? And I was like, no, girl, why? I didn't know anyone was doing a speech. So I just had to kind of wing it.
Yeah.
And, you know, I talked a lot about poetry and it hit me after the fact, but music is poetry. We all listen to music, especially younger generations. Like, we listen to hip-hop, right? Hip-hop is poetry, like through and through. And I think the word poetry is stigmatized, and there's got to be like a better way to relate it to the kids, you know, younger generations, because there's no difference between this. I mean, there is a difference, but like theoretically, this Shakespeare and Tupac, it's all like in the same world. Yeah.
So what do you think is like the most common misconception about poetry now?
I don't know about that. The common misconception about poetry. Probably that it has to be so serious all the time, you know? Like, it doesn't. A lot of my poetry has like a sense of humility and you know, you can't take everything that I do so seriously. Because there's an air of fun about it all. And in this book, that should be apparent. And if it's not, then you're not reading it right.
What's your favorite tattoo?
Oh man. That's like picking a favorite child.
Really?
I have like my family members tattooed. This is my female symbol, my male symbol. I don't know.
Do you remember the first tattoo?
Oh yeah, it was Chinese kanji on my back. It's getting removed. I was 15.
That was your first at 15.
Yeah.
All right, so we, thank you very much for, spending some time with us.
Fun.
And we love you.
This is just amazing.
It's so crazy. Like, I've been in love with you since the following day.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
But younger is like the shiz.
And we're coming back, y'all. We're coming back.
Great.
Yes.
All right, so cool.
Yes, of course.
Hello everyone, we're here at the 39th Manila International Book Fair! Yay! We just talked to Nico Totorella inside and we're still on a high from like that whole interview.
He was amazing. And, we hope you enjoy everything. And check out the video. And, he got to sign our book. Show the signature.
It's real. It's real. It happened. It happened. We also have selfies to prove that it happened.
Yes.
So thank you so much to National Bookstore for making this happen.
Thank you.
We're so thankful, and we hope to see you at the Manila International Book Fair in many more years to come.
Yes, and go to National Bookstore to get your copy.